Well, I've got an e-bike, but I'm keeping it old school again. Got the Specialized hardtail out, and I can't change gear with a camera in this hand. I am a bit of a hypocrite today. I find myself criticising cyclists, mostly roadies, for wearing black, all black, and then being on the road and like sticking their black arm out with their black glove on their black bike with their black helmet and trying to indicate to tell people where they're going, and you're just not very visible. So yeah, I feel like a bit of a hypocrite. I've got a few sort of high-vis jackets, but they're like proper waterproof as well, so somewhere I've got a high-vis vest. I need to go and find that this afternoon, because I don't like being a hypocrite. And I've also got the same problem today that I had last week, is that I still haven't figured out where to mount or to place the camera so it's easy to get at. So I'm still having to reach into a pocket here. I don't know why I'm showing you my pocket. I think you know what pockets look like. I'm just having to reach into a pocket to get my camera out. I don't want to do the whole bar mounting thing, although it could work. I was just having a look at, I've got some sort of top tube carry thingies here, and that might work, but they are kind of more designed for roadie bikes and my old gravel bikes, and they don't fit very well here. So I may have a look at fashioning something out of one of those to try and make one of them fit a bit better, because I do have one that I can fit I can fit my small mirrorless camera in. And today I'd like to be out taking some photos, if I'm honest. Well, I got a kind of plan now. So I've come up with a temporary solution. This camera has a sort of a lanyard, like a wrist strap, not very long one. I might be able to make it into a longer one, we'll see. But for now, what I've done is I've just attached it kind of to my zip here, and my jacket is kind of pinned to my waist using my waist pack. So it means I can just chuck this inside my jacket. That's it, that's all I got for a minute. So I've made it to Avebury. I mean, made it to Avebury sounds like it was a task or an ordeal. It wasn't. It's taken me like 40 minutes. So I think we're gonna have a cup of tea and a brownie or something, and then head back via the local hill or two. We'll see how I feel. Tea bag in a bit of hot water costs so much, doesn't it? Showing the downhill races, it all went behind a paywall, and I stopped watching the mountain biking of the weekends. And I don't know if the YouTubers have stopped doing it, but I used to like throughout the week, building up to a race, watching someone like Bernard Kerr, watching his kind of diaries, and then watching the race at the weekend. I used to like watching the Fox Dialed series, but those guys, Jake and Schaefer, don't do those no more. So those were two things that I used to like watching, and then the build up to the race. Those sort of things got me excited about the race. But I think it's not so much that, it's just cycling content in general. You know, I used to watch, years ago now, I used to watch Burn Peak, Seth's Bike Hacks. That was like a weekly appointment. The Dirt Shed show on GMBN, I used to love watching all of that. but they again just become repetitive. And you see the GMBN guys that have been leaving over the years. The reason they leave is because they're just churning out content, and it just got to the point where I realized I was watching this stuff and it was meaningless, it was repetitive, and all it was doing was telling me that I either needed to do something better on my bike. I needed to go somewhere that I couldn't afford to go. I needed to hit jumps that I was too scared to hit. I needed to upgrade my bike with parts I couldn't afford to upgrade. I needed to go and dig jumps where I possibly have no space to go and dig jumps. So I think I found that it wasn't for me. I was watching it because I felt like I needed to watch it. I just thought, what am I doing making videos? What are my videos about? They're nothing like the ones that I'm watching. But then the ones I'm watching, I was like, well, why am I watching? No offense, Matt Jones, love you, mate, but why was I watching Matt Jones digging dirt jumps and hitting dirt jumps and doing double backflips every weekend? I was never going to do that. So I just stopped watching mountain bike content, and I wonder if me not watching it, a bit like watching the cyclists, the mountain bikers, racers vlogs on the way up to the race on the weekend used to get me excited for the race. I'm wondering if watching mountain bike content or not watching mountain bike content stopped me getting excited about riding my bikes at the weekend. I don't know. Right, I need to plan these videos, but I'm going to just upload a quick one today. Last week I put a video up and told you that I hadn't been out on my bike for nearly 2 months. Well, today it's been less than a week and I'm back out again. So clearly there was something important about last week's ride that just sparked something in my mind to get me out and doing this again. I certainly enjoyed myself getting out and getting some fresh air and just a bit of me time, and the coffee and a slice at Greg's certainly helps. So been out again this morning. Now I'm just about half a mile from home. Been out again this morning. Shorter ride today, but I've been a bit more off-road than last week's cycle tracks and stuff, so I've enjoyed myself. I've had a fair bit of exercise. I've done a bit of climbing actually as well, which is quite good. And I need to get back on this. I don't know what I'm going to do with videos on this channel. I've been thinking about that a little bit today because I was looking at my YouTube stats and the ad revenue is down significantly. I think a year ago this channel was generating about £50 a month. Now it's about 20. So I need to I'm not desperate for that extra 30 quid a month, but it's quite a nice addition to the it's quite a nice bit of extra pocket money, and it allows me to pay for gadgets like me cameras and stuff. So I need to get some more content out and keep trying. Anyway, there's a lot of traffic coming now, so you probably can't even hear me. I'm going to head home. Hopefully I've put some clips in between this video, me talking on this street corner, and I'll see you in another one soon.